What's up, guys? And Divine here, Nick Divine. Tuesday night. Got the Dead Rabbit here from Hell Vape, a project by Heathen. I'm just gonna wait for some of these guys to come in. So, anybody that doesn't know who Heathen is, he's a YouTube vape stuff reviewer. He's been around for quite a while, does really good reviews. Funny thing is I think the first review I've ever watched of him was a postless RDA. What's up, Redneck Vapor, AVG, Jeffrey, what's up? So I'm going to show you guys the Dead Rabbit. Show you what it comes with. Just look at it real quick, and then we're going to do a build and throw it in there. Last week, I think it was, we did the Icon. Or no, not the Icon, the Peerless. And I told you guys what, after vaping it for a week, what I thought. I like it a lot. I haven't put another build in there yet, but it's a solid RDA. I vaped it all week, and it's nice. I mean, it's solid. I can't say that there's anything extraordinary about it that makes it great, but it's nice. For the price, I would definitely pick it up. The deck's really cool, but go check out my video on it to see more. Building a clubhouse, huh? Awesome. I love little projects like that. So, here's the Dead Rabbit. I really like the, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen a lot of pictures. I really like the engraving on it. Obviously, the Dead Rabbit reminds me of gangs in New York. But the reason why it gets the rabbit name is it's a lot like a postless deck, but it does have posts. But it's a lot like a postless deck because the holes come up from the bottom. And they angle out, and you get the rabbit ears there. Gold plated positive posts. It came with flathead screws inside, but it also comes with hex screws. The hex screws are the same size as the Twisted Messes. All smooth. All the tolerances on it are really good. Somebody asked me about the post holes. It doesn't say on the box what the post holes are, but this is a 2.5 millimeter rod. It goes into that hole with a little bit of room to spare. A 3 millimeter won't fit in here. It's a little smaller than 3 millimeter. So I think you would call this a 2.5. Yeah, it like tightly goes in there. So it's a 2.5. It's like exactly a 2.5. Spanos, what's up? Alright. So the idea with this deck, I'm sure if you guys watch reviews like me, you guys already seen reviews for it. I'm open and saying that I don't do reviews, but I'll let you guys check it out with me and build it and stuff like that. But it's made so you don't have to do pre-cut leads. So you stick your coils in there and your close cutters will fit in there just fine, so you could cut the leads underneath. What's up, Dwayne? It's got a real nice finish. Everything's shiny. Like everything. The top cap shiny, the poster shiny, everything about it shiny. It doesn't have like a dull finish. It's got this knurled top cap, so you could twist easily. The tolerance is really good on it. It came with this drip tip. My buddy Big D on the Resistance Crew team, he got the same one, but he got a green drip tip. Yeah, so if you want to watch a review, obviously you could watch Heathen's review. I mean, I would watch Heathen's review because he's going to give you the most input on why things are the way they are. But if you want to get an unbiased opinion, go watch the Vaping Bogan. But this drip tip came with it. It's a really nice drip tip. I really like this drip tip. And I actually did want to see something. I wanted to see if this was the same size as the Goon. I think it is. So, there's a Goon. Drip tip. Goes on perfectly. And actually, now it's got me curious. So I got another drip tip here. It's like a one-of-a-kind stab wood drip tip. It's like one of my favorite drip tips. It goes on my Goons. Goes on my Kennedys. And now I think it's going to sit on the Dead Rabbit. Oh yeah. I love this drip tip. You could get them drip tips on 528 Customs website, I believe. Hammer Biohazard, what's up? Alright. I like that drip tip because it matches my broadside pretty good. It is pimp looking, right? That's definitely going to be one of my hand checks this week. Alright, let's get back to it. So, the airflow is up high, but it's angled down. So, the airflow sits very up high on this, but it shoots down. And it does kind of, I want to say like when I'm vaping it, I did vape this already, and it's vaping really nice. I really like the draw on it. It's not loud. It's got like a real open feel, but it's not like, you know, you could close down the air to however you want it. But I want to say it's kind of like the Aeolus, but it really just about everything about this thing reminds me of the Cosmonaut. I heard other people say it. But, I mean, there's one thing that this has that the Cosmonaut doesn't, that really gets on my nerves about the Cosmonaut, is the screws on the Cosmonaut, I feel, are on the wrong side, so it twists your leads. This, they're not on the wrong side. They screw your coils in the proper way, so it doesn't twist your leads. If these screws were over here, it would twist your leads, kind of like a Velocity does. So that's one plus side it's got on the Cosmonaut. Very shiny. This thing photographs very well. It's going to be a lot of fun to build in and take pictures with it. Alright. It's 24 millimeter, of course. So there's the flathead screws, squonk pin, extra O-rings, Allen keys, the bigger Allen keys for the squonk pin, the smaller Allen keys for the, what's up Justin? The smaller Allen key is for the posts. I got my coils in there I took out that I really didn't want to take out. Them hybrids I built last night. The video will be up soon on the YouTube. But I left them in this box because if the build I do tonight doesn't vape as good, then they're going back in. I haven't taken these out yet. So I don't know exactly what these are going to be. I'm pretty sure I know. But okay. So this is a 510 drip tip adapter. I actually like how that looks. It sticks up, but I kind of like it. Huh. Ow. Just busted my arm. The dot mod kind of looks a little tall on this, but for some people that's their thing. I have like stubbier drip tips, they're just not here. But the dot mod drip tips for 510 connection are like my favorite drip tips that are 510. But I pretty much stay with the Goon drip tips. And then you get a black drip tip, which, I mean, damn near looks like the Goon, only it might be a little smaller. Oh, dude, I got so many dot mod drip tips. I think I got like 8 of them. And those things are like $20 a piece. But I love them. I love the color of them, the finish. But this drip tip's a little smaller, just by a little bit, than the other one that it comes with. So pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to leave this drip tip on for now. I think it looks the best. But this is actually, I'll leave the drip tip on it that it came with for this video. Alright. So I think that's about it. 24 millimeter. Slide in top coil deck, takes guesswork out of pre-cutting. Adjustable top side diagonal airflow, focus flavor, and minimize leaking. Single or dual configuration on the airflow. It's got 3 holes, so it can do single coil. There's 1, 2, 3, empty. Alright. And then gold plated positive post, knurled grip, adjust airflow. Post screws fasten the flat side of the coil lead. So they actually label that, that's awesome. Bottom feeding pin for squonking. 2 810 drip tip options. And then 510 adapter option. Slotted or hex screws for the post. And 510 pin and peak insulation for hybrid top cap compatibility. So they're saying the 510 pin pokes out a bunch, so you could put that on your hybrid. I got number 450, nice round number. Hell Vape by Heathen and Hell Vape. And one more thing I wanted to show you before I do the build. Very smooth going on everything. I mean, at this point of the game, everything should be pretty smooth. Everything should have either single or dual coil options. But anyway. Positive, negative. Positive post, negative post. Two positive, two negative. So ideally, you're going to be putting your coils here and here. But there's a whole bunch of other shit you could do with this. You could go diagonally with one coil. Obviously, extension builds are, you could do whatever with them. You could go diagonal both ways and put one coil underneath the other. This is just stuff I was kind of looking at that I might want to try. But, there's a lot of things you could do with a deck like this that's basically postless. You know, your imagination's the limit, really. Yeah, clean as fuck coils, what's up anyway? And, and I think these go for about $37, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, Justin, I think it's around 37 bucks for these things. I think it's under 40. And in order to get it, you could either just straight up DM Hell Vape on Instagram, and you can also go to their website, www.hellvape.com. So you could DM them at official Hell Vape or www.hellvape.com. So official Hell Vape. If you ever have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram and I'll point you in the direction. And they also come in black, not just stainless. There's also a black option. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's, I like the icon. I like that it's shiny. Like most RDAs that I have, you know, they're stainless, but they're not shiny. So it's a good difference. They're usually like that brushed finish, like the Goon. But this is like that shiny finish. It kind of reminds me of, like the Little Boy, was it called? That was a shiny RDA. And I'm sure there's a couple out there. That's just the only one that really pops in my head. But postless RDAs are just fun. And, you know, this just has a couple things going for it that other RDAs kind of failed at. But, when these coils sit pretty high, just like the Cosmonaut, I wouldn't say as high as like the Dude. Somebody was mentioning they don't like having really long wicks. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. When you build it and wick it, it's like almost exactly like the Cosmonaut, only your leads ain't twisted. So when you wick it, it's almost the same thing. You know, it's got a juice well. It's not like a super deep juice well. It's deeper than the Cosmonaut, I believe. But it doesn't matter. I haven't had this leak at all. I was filling this thing up, and because the air flows at the top, the tolerances are good. 2 O-rings. Everything was fine. Alright. And what's up, Mark? How you doing? Yeah, anything, if an RDA looks even kind of cool to me, as long as they keep it at that $40 price point, I'll end up buying it. I can never have too many RDAs when building and posting pictures and shit. But yep. So that's The Dead Rabbit by Hellvape, Project by Heathen. I have not tried the Pulse yet. I definitely want to. I actually was about to buy it last week, but instead what did I buy instead of that? Oh, I bought another Druga instead of that. That's right. I bought a real Druga. Another real Druga, I should say. Alright. Yeah, what's up, some dude? And what's up, Vegas Chef? Yeah, the Drugas are nice, man. They're nice RDAs. Alright, so let's get to the build. So the build I'm going to do is going to be an old school TSUKA. Mark, I only seen a little bit. I didn't look too much. And what's up, Andrew? What's up, Will Boyle? And I'll check it out though, Mark. I've just been super busy, especially when I have a video day. I'm usually making sure I get everything done. Work before play. So, the build I put in there yesterday was more for a box mod vape. I want to make a 4-wrap vape now, though, for this RDA, so I could put it on a mech tomorrow. Oh yeah, I've seen that, and yeah, that was shooting good. Yep. The stagger tunes. How you doing on your giveaway, Mark? Have you reached 1,000 yet? Yeah, I use a phone, so. Phone, see, lots of people get it twisted that phones don't shoot as good pictures as cameras when the phone cameras on the cameras on phones these days they're not shitty cameras. It's you really gotta learn how to use a camera and learn how to manipulate light when you're taking pictures. You'd be surprised how many awesome builders with awesome pictures are using a phone. Oh, you picked your winner already? Alright, cool. So I'm gonna make these 4-wrap coils, these TSUKAs. So I was gonna do 0.2 TSUKA. It's gonna be an old school TSUKA, so I'll show you what that actually means. I've been seeing a lot of them lately, the old school TSUKA builds. I think I have a pair of. Oh, look at that! I got a pair of regular TSUKAs here. So a regular TSUKA build is just twisted ribbon, and you clap in with that twisted ribbon, and it looks like the handle on a TSUKA sword, I guess. I think that's what it comes from. So there you go. So this is a regular TSUKA. Now, the old school TSUKA was done like an alien. So you would take ribbon, clapped in it around your cores, and get 3 times the amount of what your decor was. And whatchamacallit, you alien it basically. So 1 second, guys. Somebody's asking me a question about what I'm talking about right now. So it actually looks like 2 twists in the wire when you do an old school TSUKA, because it kind of is 2 twists in the wire. So you get, instead of just having that 1 twist like this has, it has a twist in the middle. So I'm going to do that, but when I do it, I think I'm going to space out my my actual TSUKA Claptoning. I think I'm going to space it out a bit so you could see the insides, because I'm going to Clapton my ribbon on the inside. I'm going to do a frame staple, but inside the frame staple I'm going to have 2 pieces of 27, I guess. Yeah, 2 pieces of 27 for the frames, and then I'm going to have like 6 pieces of .3 Clapton with 42. So it's going to be a frame staple, but the staples are going to be Claptoned, the frames aren't, and then an old school TSUKA over top of it. Or it's also known as a double TSUKA. Alright, clean as fuck. Mark is the Omi Mark. _ Omi _ Mark. Right there. That's what you guys should do. Everybody should just put up their name right now. Their Instagram name. Or like when you hop into the room, put your name up so, you know, people know who you are. I think I know who everybody is that comes in here. But that doesn't mean that everybody does. So I'm going to prep my ribbon that goes on the inside first. So I'm going to get out. What am I going to get out? 3 pieces. 3 pieces at 16 inches of .3 Canthal. What up, Brandy? Building coils in West Virginia, I guess that would be, right? I think I have family in West Virginia. I don't know what part. I know that they have like 45 acres or something. It's my aunt and my uncle. they're both doctors, and I believe they both have written a book or so. Nobody famous, but they're, you know, doctors with books. Got a lot of money. They're kind of weird. So I got my, yeah, good ribbon helps a lot. And if you start practicing with 0.5, at least stacking is going to be easier. It's just when you use 0.5, the wrapping is going to be harder. So I got 3 pieces of 0.3. And I just get it bent in the middle here. It's all even down here. So 0.3 is definitely a little harder to work with than 0.4 because it's smaller. But if you just start at this loop and get it all stacked together nicely, and you have a good starting point, then everything from then on out should be good. So I get it where I want it, and then I get some 40 gauge and I twist it. You don't have to use 40, you could use 36 or 38. Wouldn't really suggest any other wire but that. I really like using 40. Alright, so now I'm going to run my fingers down a couple times just to get these ribbons kind of acquainted with each other. You could feel if there's anything wrong. If anything wrong's going on, you'll feel it. But it'll kind of be like stacking paper. It'll kind of just go where it needs to go. Not doing anything special, but running my fingers down it very lightly. Alright, before I go any further with this stack, especially since I'm using 0.3 ribbon, I need some water. Just fill my cap up there with water. I'm going to need my hot glue and my lighter. There you go. And I'm going to get one more piece of 40 gauge out and ready for me. Nice, yeah. I'm pure atomist all day, of course. Alright, so now I'm going to get some water on my fingers. And run my fingers down again a couple times. And this is going to let them ribbons stick to each other. That water is going to let them grab each other. And as long as you get it stacked right, they're going to be right just like that. Everything's standing up. It's like one piece of wire right now. I run my fingers down 1.5 inches. So everything from here up is good. It's all nice and stacked properly, tight together. So now I'm going to wrap 5 times this 40 gauge around this stack. I'm going to leave one bit of my 40 gauge a little long and cut off the other side. I'm going to run my finger down one more time. And then I'm going to grab that 40 gauge wrap, pinch it, and drag it all the way down to the end. And that's pretty much going to stack the wire as I go down. Then when I get to the end, I'm going to do like 5 more wraps. What's up, Brad? Oh, Pure Atomist is very affordable. Yeah, Pure Atomist isn't an expensive wire company. I think some people may think that and don't go there because they might think it's like Kidney Puncher or something, but you would be mistaken. Go check them out. And before you order, there is a code for everybody. I think it's just Pure Atomist 10, and that's 10% off. Shit, where do I? Oh man. Yeah, look on Google it. Usually you could get discount codes on Google. I made a mess with my water here. But it's just water. Now, since this is 0.3, I am going to hot glue both ends. Usually I wouldn't do this. But it's very small wire. I don't want nothing to happen to it. So I'm going to heat up some hot glue with my lighter. Dab it on. Wrap around that hair of hot glue. Reheat it. And then you could kind of cool it off. Blowing vape on it. Proby 300 told me that blowing vape on it cools it down quicker because the vape's cooler than your breath if you've ever tried it. And he's right. I feel as though even when I do that, this ribbon pretty much Claptons itself. I'm going to dab my fingers in this water one more time. Run my fingers down to get this tight. And I'm going to keep my fingers on there and hot glue this end also. I really like hot gluing all the ends that go into my drill chuck because it gives it kind of something for my drill chuck to grab onto. So I like to do kind of a big glob of hot glue on the end here. So when you get a hair here, I got a hair hanging off. If you take the lighter and go to the bottom of it, it'll suck back up there. It seasons the wire to a scrim green. I might have lost you in translation there, buddy. Will Boyles. What's up, Philip? Alright, so now actually now I think I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna have to change angles on my camera. Man, my air conditioner's on high now, and it's not even loud right now. I wish it stayed like that all the time. Now I'm gonna put my phone near there, and it's gonna get all loud on me. Watch. Oh, Gargoyle Hoof video. You're right. You're right. I thought that's kind of what you were saying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell Richie Oliver he didn't invent that. He'll love that. You stole it. Shit, he might even be in the room right now. Come on. Alright. So as long as everything goes well, this build shouldn't be a very long build. There's hardly any boring parts of it. So I'm going to grab some 42 Pure Adamus Nichrome 80. Got the big spool. I am going to get my drill. Actually, give me 1 second. I want to put my other battery on the charger. I think I should do that. Building's boring sometimes. When I'm fusing something for like an hour, that shit gets boring. I mean, when I'm doing it not on camera, it's not boring. But I don't like making people wait there to watch me fuse, and it's also very hard to keep talking while you're fusing. Like, I feel as though I've heard on Joe Rogan before, like, if you're a good podcaster or good at doing videos, there's like no dead air. But when you're fusing something, it's very hard to keep talking. For me, anyway, it is. Just hard to concentrate. Alright, AVG, thanks for coming by, man. This video is being recorded, so it will be on the YouTube forever. I'm going to get, if I can find it, I want to set up, I bought these new swivels. They're like supposed to be like the best swivels for building. I've been using them lately. Honestly, they are pretty awesome. I just gotta figure out where I put one of them. These are the swivels I'm talking about. Croc. K-R-O-K. Croc stainless dual rotation ball bearing swivels. These have ball bearings in them just like the USO meters. Like, it has the little balls actually inside of here. They're like one of the best. These are only 110-pound test. You could get bigger pounds, and they're just bigger ball bearings. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Shit. I might have to skip the swivel. I didn't set up my loop big, so it's not going on my setup now. And the spin LT is fine. I use it all the time for this. Well, the USO meters sells the USO meter spin LT, so did they sell out or something? Why is everybody going to eBay? I'm just hand wrapping to anchor it onto my core. And I'm just going to be doing a straight up Clapton on this. Straight up 42 gauge Clapton. Nice and tight. On my 6 ply .3. So I start off slow. Make sure everything stays stacked good. It is good, but let's say if I seen a ribbon kind of messing up, I would just take my ceramic tweezers in there. Stack them like that. My battery's definitely dying on this. As long as you get a good start, that's why I start slow. As long as you get a good start, everything should be fine, as long as you prepped it properly. spool fingers are cramping up on me right now. I think it's because I'm not used to big spools, really. Pure Atomist always had small spools. I gotta get used to the big ones again. Alright. Got my 42 off. What's up, Drew? Yeah, you met Maniac Industries. That's awesome. Huh. Alright, now I can take this out of my drill. You don't want to put your fingers on 42 all too much. But I do want to make sure that nothing's twisted. Looks like I can untwist this a little bit. That's good. All right. Cut that off. I'm going to leave the loop on this. And now I'm going to get 27 gauge nichrome. There's only a little bit left on this. That's not going to be enough. And I get my other spool. Let's cut that crap off. I'm going to grab a length of 27. Get my drill out of the way. So I grab a length of 27. I put my finger here just to mark it at the end. Bring my finger down to that point. Roll it out again. So now I got double the length. I add a little onto it, stretch to make it straight, and cut. So that should be about 16 inches if I did my ribbon 16 inches. Now I can bend that 27. Get my ribbon and get the loop of my ribbon into the loop of my 27. Alright, Will Boyles. Thanks for hanging out. So I get that 27 right on top of the ribbon. If I ever pronounce anybody's name wrong too, I mean, don't tell me I'm pronouncing somebody else's name wrong, but if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, let me know. See if you could tell me how to pronounce it. I don't like butchering people's names. Alright, once I get it where I want it, I'm going to get some 40, just like I did with the ribbon. I'm going to wrap this tight up here. Pull it tight with my needle noses and wrap it a couple more times. It's good to have this up here nice and tight. The hot glue's kind of holding me out anyway. So I'm going to heat it up and let it grab that 27. Alright, so I don't want to run my fingers down this because of that 42. There's a good chance that you could break it, especially if you have rough sandpaper hands like myself. So I'm just going to walk down it like this. And when I get to the middle, I'm going to put another wrap in it. But I think I'm going to do this wrap with some ribbon. I do 3 wraps. I crimp it a bit. I do one more wrap. Now I wouldn't dare slide this because I'd be afraid that it would rip my 42. This is really just to hold everything in place for when I do my TSUKA. I'm going to leave it a little long so I can grab it and untwist it when I'm done with it. Come down here to the end. Get some 40. How many Game of Thrones guys are in here? How many people watch Game of Thrones? It seems like I ask this a lot and not a lot of people answer back, which kind of surprises me. Yeah, alright, Spanos. I'm like a nerd for Game of Thrones right now. I actually just got... Yeah, the last one was better than the first, and they're probably just going to get better and better. The last one, though, it did move quick. I was saying that to the family when it was on. It was like in the beginning, you know, in the other seasons, when they sent a raven, it would take a half a season for that raven to get somewhere, or at least a couple episodes. But Daenerys was like, send Jon Snow a raven, tell him to come to Dragonstone and bend the knee. The next scene was Jon was like, we just got a raven. I gotta go to Daenerys and bend the knee. Fucking next scene. It's fucking moving quick. Yeah, you give me that dragon glass, I'll bend the knee. Yeah, I watch like these theory videos and everything. I stated it in another video. I don't really dig spoilers. Like, I don't want to definitely know that you're telling me something that's definitely going to happen. But I like the theories. There's one guy, Game of Theories, and he does a really good job. His videos are really cool, and his theories are awesome. He put one out today that was pretty fucking good. And it didn't really give away anything like too huge, but it was pretty cool to see what he had to put out today. Alright, this is all prepped and ready. So I got yeah. So 6 pieces of 0.3 and 42, 27 frames. And I think if I decore off of 26 gauge, I think that's going to get me what I need. The way the math goes, it should be perfect. Yeah, it's awesome to binge watch a show like that. Unfortunately, I'm so hooked to it that as soon as it comes on, I watch it, and I've been that way ever since the first season. But I'll go back and binge watch them too, I don't care. I like that show a lot. I'll watch it again and again. Like I said, we just got a new TV today. What's up, French Coil Builder? How you doing, man? So, I want to watch some Game of Thrones on the new big TV. We're talking about Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's an HBO show. Yeah, HBO. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have it on Netflix. Alright, so now I need to get a piece of 26 gauge. I actually have a piece right here, so I don't have to waste any more. So I'm going to get the 26. You download the episodes, awesome. Not the Game of Thrones, the other show you watch with the spoilers. Game of Theories. So instead of Game of Thrones, it's Game of Theories. It's a guy, if you can't find it, just DM me and I'll send you a link. But he's like, I believe he's, I want to say he's definitely from the UK. His name is Nex, Nex. And Game of Theories. And then there's another guy. His name is The Last Harpy. And he does good ones too. Lots of theirs are kind of the same. But it's not really spoilers. If you've watched all the episodes, it's not spoilers. They talk a lot about how the books are similar or different to the show and what they think's going to happen. Little things they might have found in the show that they think's going to pan out later. Alright, so I got my 26 in the drill, and I'm literally going to just clap in this wire flat onto the 26. It's not, you don't have to razor back it, you don't have to do nothing like that. It's just straight up clapped in the ribbon onto the 26. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm doing, that maybe just came in, I'm doing an old school TSUKA. So you don't just twist it and put it on. You actually do it like an alien. You clapped in it and then decore it, put your drill in reverse, and fuse it just like an alien. So I'm just clapping in some 0.3 on the 26. Oh. You really want to avoid shit like that, because once the ribbon bends, it might mess up your alien. So if you could avoid messing up your Clapton, do your best. Lots of the times when I mess something up like that is because the camera, I put it in my way. I use a DeWalt. I'll show you when I'm done this. Yeah, that's a lot of recharging if you have to do it every 2 aliens. This thing lasts forever. This is actually the battery still on there from last night's build. And if you remember last night's build, I had to twist 42 gauge a couple times. It's definitely a little slower right now, but I mean, it takes a while to get to that slow point. Alright, so I clapped it all the way to the end. I'm going to leave about 2 inches on and snip. Alright, and now just like an alien, put my drill in reverse. I hold that little bit that I left on, spin. That's going to loosen this ribbon. Make sure it's loose going all the way up. Once it's loose, and it feels like it's going to be loose enough to decore, you could come down to the drill chuck. I like to get on the ribbon a bit and cut through the ribbon and cut the core and pull off. It's easy, just like an alien. There's my decore. Get my 26 off the swivel. Let me show you my drill. So it's a DeWalt 20 volt. It is 1800 RPMs. $20 the big batteries fit on there too. DeWalt, all the batteries are interchangeable. So the drill chuck's the most important about a drill for building. You want it to close all the way. Actually, you would like it to close even more than that. And then when I have it in slow, or when I turn it all the way down, this is like how slow I can get it, which is awesome. I use it like that a lot. When you're fusing something that you can't be going fast, like pitchforks at the end or whatever. Alright. Now I can set up my frame staple cores on the swivel. So I put the loop on my hook. I put the actual, like the middle, I like to put one of my drill chucks at the bottom, alright, and I kind of set my wire on that bottom one and close it in so it's like the top two are closing down. on my wire, and that usually keeps it pretty centered. It's my AC mark. All right. Alright. So now I gotta stretch my alien. I'm gonna take a vape real quick. So like I said, I'm kind of going to go for like a spaced TSUKA on this because I want you to be able to see the inside of my coil when it's wrapped up. So I'm not going to worry about it being too tight of a TSUKA. It could be spaced. I want to try to get it an even space though. You see it kind of messes up, and then when I pull it tight, everything goes good. So I take my alien, and I always stretch it like this. The piece that I left on to do the decor is what I clamp to my desk. Alright. I get the other end. I grab it with my needle noses. And I just walk back. Stretch my alien until I see a desired spacing that I like. I'm going to understretch it because I can always stretch it more if I have to. You can't unstretch something. So looking at this stretch, it feels and looks like I may have to make another run of this decor. It just looks a little short to me. I guess since it's 0.3, you know. Well, maybe if I space it, I won't need it. But since it's 0.3, it's gonna cover more wire per wrap than 36 will, because it's a little more than 3 times the size of 36. So I put my drill in reverse. I want to get, just to start off, I'm going to get my clothespin on here. That's definitely understretched way too much. So, stretch it a little more. No, that decor is definitely off. Definitely not the proper decor. I don't even want to waste that wire. I could use that for something else. The profile's just too big. I'm going to try 27. Good if you could catch any kind of yeah, I wish I had a pair of them hand vices. I can't find a pair for a reasonable price though. So that ribbon in there. Alright, there's definitely goes my drill battery. Yeah, is anybody else building while watching? Put my drill in reverse, grab the end that I left on. Loosen up. Just like a regular alien. Decor. So one more thing I wish I did while I'm at it is I forgot that this is basically an alien. So I would like to get one of my core holders on there to hold my shit flat, because it was actually giving me a little bit of an issue. Clamp my D-core. Grab it with my needle nose. Stretching. I drill in reverse, hand wrap to get started around my cores. Start slow. Man, this ain't going well at all either. Try something. No, this ain't going well either. Maybe 27's too big also. I think the .3 ain't doing good neither. I wish I had more .2. Razorbacks are eating up my .2 though. Probably should have made this wire a little bigger if I wanted to do a TSUKA. I think that might be what the issue is. It's not a very big profile. Could be alien ribbon wire around. Damn it. This guy's talking about mixed ribbon. Mixed ribbon's good to keep your ohms down if if you like using a lot of nichrome, and it's also good to get your crazy colors. So I definitely have an issue here. Definitely a problem. I think this is just too small to do a TSUKA around. Which really kind of sucks, but I'm going to try to turn the frown upside down. I really don't want to give up on the old TSUKA. I already wrote it on the video. That's what we were doing. So I'd like to just keep doing it. This is a really small wire though, so... I don't know what I was smoking. So I'm getting 2 pieces of 0.4, bending them in half, dropping my 0.3 ribbon in the middle of that. Did some 40 gauge, wrapped that up at the top. Make sure my loop's fairly big enough. Cut that 40 off. I can come down to here. Cut all this excess 0.4 off right quick. I don't know what's been up with me lately. It seems like every live video, something goes wrong. I don't know if I have one YouTube live video where everything goes smoothly. But I was doing pretty good on Instagram. Not saying I'm doing bad, but it's just weird that something fairly substantial has been going wrong on all my YouTube live videos. Which I don't mind as long as the product's good at the end. What I do mind is if I do a lot of work and I'm not satisfied with the build. Like actually the last live video, I didn't really like that zipper stagger fuse clapping too much. I know it was cool, but I really wasn't satisfied with it at the end. So I got my frames back on. Hot glue the top here. So basically I just added 4 pieces of ribbon to this build. I'm going to take one of them pieces that I took off, and I'm going to do a test run with it. Because I know the one I did with 26, the one I did with 27, if they don't look good, I'll drop down to 28. But I think 27 should work. And if it does, I might just say fuck it and do it in 0.2 and just order more 0.2 and forget about Razorbacks for now. All right. Do a test run with this little piece I got left. See what I get out of it. Hopefully it's good, and I'll just make another one of these. 227 is definitely not good. Alright, I think I know what I did. I think I was way understretched. Yeah, okay. I think I know what I gotta do now. Alright, so I got 4 pieces of 0.4, 6 pieces of 0.3, and 227. Man. It's damn near a freaking 24 gauge decoy. Alright. I've done these so many times, I can't believe that I'm having a problem. I actually picked this build because I knew I could just bang it out and get to putting it in the RDA. But I guess I haven't done them in such a long time. Can't even say a long time, but it might be like 6 months. Shows that's why you should always go back to your go back and practice them builds, even if you think that you got them down pat. If you haven't done them in a while, you should probably go back and practice them. Alright, so I'm fairly confident. I think I'm going to get this. So I am going to use 0.2. I'm actually doing it around a 24 now. I know I just added all them cores, so I got to do it around something bigger. And the math's telling me to do 24. So really, the only live build I've done lately that went pretty well was last night's, and that wasn't on YouTube, that was on Instagram. Alright. There's my decor. Alright, fingers crossed. I'll keep that 24 aside just in case. Get these cores back on here. Hopefully for the last time. I'll tell you what, that sharp ass TSUKA has been fucking up my 42 gauge on the inside. I know that for a fact. Especially when I go and crimp it down. Alright. This should be a lesson on how important the stretch is. So I did start to get it. I just got to replicate the stretch that I had when I was getting it. So this is what I'm shooting for. If you look at that clean wire, that's what I want. Alright. Nah, this is a spin LT. That's what I'm looking for. Come on, you motherfucker. Alright. I got good right here. Oh, these guys didn't even see where I got good, did you? I got good right here. I got plenty of wire to where I'm going to keep what I have good on there. I could go back to the beginning because now I know what's going on. I was still understretched. You have to stretch this shit out pretty fucking a lot more than it looks like you would have to. It almost looks wrong, the stretch. Like I was still understretched, so I had to put more pressure on it because of it. So I'm gonna get... Oh! That's stupid. That off. Oh, sorry guys, you can't see what's going on. 1 second. My hands are full right now. Alright. If who has any overseas distributors? USO meters? They might. I think I did see that they might have one. My alien tangled up behind me, so I'm untangling it again. That usually means an understretch. Alright. Fucking done. Clean this damn mess up so I can show these guys what I got. Damn it. Damn it, all the hell. That was a lot of fucking fun. I love the build. Oh yeah. Go live and build something tonight. Yeah, I'll do something really easy. Something I'll just fly right through. Done it 1,000,000 times. No worries. I won't make an ass out of myself. It's all good. I got this. Shit looks badass though. Oh no, it's fine after 10 times of doing it, it's fucking good. It's just the road to getting there was a little unnecessary. mean, I love how this looks. And the things about TSUKAs is they look awesome, but you really gotta do. The .2 should vape fine, but TSUKAs sometimes don't vape that great. They look better than they vape, but that's actually the reason why I clapped in the inside ribbon, because I feel like that helps get the vape good. It's .2 ribbon. Yeah, I'll take the struggle when I get stuff like this. I'm good. Alright. So, luckily I'm only trying to get 4 wraps out of it because the one's like long enough to do a fucking 8 wrap. And the other one's just definitely a 4 or 5 wrap. So, I'm going to take the smaller one first. I always do the shittier wire first because I figure this way, if anything messes up and I need to learn something about wrapping a wire, let me fuck up the one that's shitty already. And that's just how I think. I'll learn how to wrap it on the shitty one, and then when it comes to the nice one, I'll already have practice. So my problem definitely was that I was understretched big time. Big time them first couple times. Also, I didn't have enough cores to make the TSUKA profile. It looks like I put the fucking one mistake at the top. Oh no, I didn't. I put it at the bottom, but we're looking at the bottoms. See, I had that one mistake in the shitty one, but when I put it into the RDA, it's going to disappear, and it actually looks even more uniform than the good one. So we'll see. I gotta mount these though. I don't want to make this video too much longer. I know I say that all the time. Sometimes they get a little redunculous. Yeah, they look pretty cool. It should look, and what's up, Rich? I don't even know if I said what's up to you today. Alright. So, let's get the rabbit. Let's move this shit out the way, out the way. Got my Allen key. So the idea is if your leads are too long in there, you could cut them from underneath. See my one lead? Maybe I should have cut it a little longer so you could see kind of what happens. But if it is long, you should cut it before you tighten down. Alright? So there it is. It's all cut. And then you tighten it, because what happens is if you tighten it first, alright, it's going to push the lead towards the middle of the RDA, which is away from you. Alright, you can't see it now because I cut it, but you should cut it and then tighten the screws. Alright, Philip. So I'll put up the specs in the description if anybody wants to know. I'll put up the proper decor and all that kind of stuff. You know, just it stretches more than you think, the Alien. Let me see if I can leave these ones a little long. made it a little too long. Okay, so here's a perfect example. I got my coil in, same height. My leads are down in there. Take my close cutters, cut. Come on. Just because I got a thick wire here, with a bunch of wires in it. So this is pretty cool because it kind of installs like the Goon LP. Only, I mean, the Goon LP can be a little scary to install coils in because you don't want to cut the coil leads too short. So it's kind of the same idea, only you just cut them a little longer than you think. And then you could cut them while it's in the deck. Straighten my coils out. Pretty fucking cool. Well, the spacing on my coils don't really match, but they still look cool. I'm fucking just happy that I got a set of the coils that I fucking plan to do. Because I was really about to say fuck it and just do some interlock aliens on this thing. I think I like the one that I called shittier better. Alright guys, I think I am going to show you guys the ohms, and then I gotta call this video. What a mess I made. My table was all clean before I started. Well, this half was. Alright, so it's saying 0.05. Alright, these are 4 reps. I would expect these to be up to 0.08 after all is said and done. I really think that's what they're going to be. Just knowing what kind of ribbons in here, how many ribbons are in here. I think it's going to be a 0.08 when it's all said and done. Perfect for my triple parallel box or a DNA. I'll probably use it on a Mac though. Thanks guys. It was a bumpy road to get here, but we got here. I think next live video, I'm going to turn it down a notch, do something that I know, or at least practice before I get on live. Well, I'm glad I made somebody's day. That's good. I'll have this video up, and then the other video from yesterday will be up. Just wing it, yeah. That's definitely what I kind of did tonight. There will be. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, you learn from even mistakes, yep. What's that one saying? A smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from other man's mistakes. Yeah, it just shows I'm human. That's what I don't like. Kidding. So next live video will be Saturday night. But well, thank you. But I do have some orders to fill, so just keep looking on IG. That's right, more human than human. I'll take that. So just look out on IG. Maybe I'll go on tomorrow night, fill some of the orders. Some of the orders are actually pretty cool coils anyway. So actually, I don't think any of the orders are like just something simple, like just aliens. Yeah, not that old. Easy there. White Zombie I grew up with. What am I, 33? They're coming around in October also. That's going to be a good show. I think it's Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, yeah. You saw White Zombie. I never saw White Zombie. Actually, I never saw Rob Zombie neither. That's like one show I've never seen live that I really wanted to see. I've seen a lot of concerts though. I take my brother to Slipknot every time they come around. I've seen Slipknot probably about 12 times. Pantera I was lucky enough to see like 5 times. I've seen Down a couple times. And then just within that, just that time period of growing up, like Soulfly, Static X, Power Man 5000, System of a Down, like any band like that, I've seen more than once, a bunch of times. I never seen Rage Against the Machine live. I wish I would have. Probably. I mean, I love Pantera live. They were probably my favorite. I seen Slayer so many times. They come to Philly a lot. I seen Lamb of God a bunch of times. They were just here. I didn't get to go see that though. But what was I gonna say? Oh, probably the best concert I seen live was Billy Idol. Was like the best show I've seen. Besides like anything like I guess like Pantera and Slipknot because I liked them so much. I liked them a lot. But Billy Idol put on fucking an awesome show, and it was when he was older too. This was only like 10 years ago. Prophets of Rage are going to be in Philly. Huh. But, alright guys, this video is going on long enough. Thanks, go check out the Resistance Crew, Pure Atomist, Zombie Liquid. Go check out if you want the Dead Rabbit RDA, you know, go DM them on Instagram. If you need help getting the DM, hit me up. And also you can go to their website, www.hellvape.com. Yeah, hit that like button please. Share. Whenever you see anybody asking a question about coils, send them over to my page, especially if it's a coil I've already done. And yeah, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'll talk to you later.